Hey folks, Fernando doing another video for the Modern Survivalist, and this is going to be an EDC video, some of the best things I've tried this year, some of the things I've liked the most this year, also a little bit of recommendations for little Christmas gifts, of all budgets, stuff that's more affordable, stuff that's a bit more of a higher budget, and also some of the more minimalistic EDC that I found to work very well for me. So, bit of a longer video, stick around, I think it's going to be worth it. Let's start with the basics. One of the things I've liked the most basically this year has been this little setup here for my car keychain. This is the keychain I have, the keys I have for my vehicle, and this would be the setup that I have right there. So imagine this on your own keychain and think if this is way too big for you. People have different needs and different lifestyles. Maybe if you're using a suit all day long, carrying maybe a big multi-tool like I do is not something you could get away with. And maybe you're going to be needing something more minimalistic. These are all of that and more. I mean, this is minimal, this is very small, super compact. It is also budget friendly. These are very affordable. I'll leave links for all of this stuff, guys, from Amazon below. Yes, it's from the affiliate program. It does help the channel. It doesn't change at all the price you pay in Amazon, just helps through those links. So thanks if you're buying anything from there. It's much appreciated. So these are, I think I pay like $18, $20 for the little Victorinox. This is the manager model. The manager is like the more compact version of my all-time favorite Mini Champ, which I love, but this is more compact. It is cheaper as well. So if you're looking for a ultra lightweight, super affordable yet extremely high quality little tool, you just cannot do a lot better than the manager. There's a Midnight Manager which has like a light. I don't see much of the point on that. I'd rather have this one and combine it with a little excellent flashlight, which is this Nightcore Tiki. This is also something, again, 15, 20 bucks, maybe a little bit more now with Black Friday fake offers, which seems to be higher price than it usually is. Anyway, check it out and see if it's on sale or anything, but these are quite affordable, these two. And with these two, you have not only affordable, it's a minimalistic setup that anyone can have, no excuses, and they're still wonderful little tools. I use this one basically throughout the week or this last couple weeks. I use the screwdriver Phillips so as to open my computer, so as to add some more RAM memory. You have a bottle opener there as well and a wire stripper. I use the little blade so as to open the dog's dog food bag. And yeah, I sharpen it as well. The steel, sometimes people say, oh man, Victorinox uses soft steel. You're not going to be teaching Victorinox how to make knives. If you think that, you're just way over your head. This is excellent steel. I think it's like 440C. Mostly, it's stainless steel. You do not want this rusting, otherwise it loses its purpose. But it holds an edge decently enough. And you know what? It is super easy to resharpen. I've been using this little knife throughout the year a lot, mostly opening boxes, cutting things here and there with a minimum amount of care, of course, because it is small, but it had already lost a little bit of its edge. With the Victorinox sharpener, which is my favorite one for pretty much all knives, I just, a couple passes on each side, this was razor sharp once again. So instead of complaining about it's not some super steel, keep in mind the budget, the price, and how easy it is to sharpen again. And it holds an edge decently enough. And instead of being the Midnight model, I have a pen here, which I find super useful all the time. Tweezers. On the other side, I have your scissors, which I'm not so much of a die-hard fan of scissors, but they do come in handy. I use this one just to cut a bit of a nail that I had going on there. A little bit of a rough edge was just catching onto stuff. So I use that little scissor, I think it was yesterday or the day before yesterday. And then you have like a nail file, which is also handy, and a flat little screwdriver. Man, you just cannot find fault in this little multi-tool. You have the Nightcore, which it's like kind of like the knockoff of Ravivon, though Nightcore is an excellent brand, and this one has like 300 lumens. Again, for a very budget-friendly little keychain knife, rechargeable with a micro USB over there, so it's rechargeable, 300 lumens on the maximum output mode, if I remember right. And then you have like a little moonlight mode, which is super handy. Not only that, then you have a couple modes. You have a little lights that, trying to engage it, here on the side, you have a couple more LEDs, which 3 clicks, you turn on that UV light. UV light has a bunch of different uses, but for something like this, if you have your watch, so that's to recharge your lumen in your watch. Check that out. Yes, this is Seiko Monster. Great watch, by the way. I'm talking about that in a second. Then you have the right color rendering light, which is kind of like a lantern. This, though, is more useful for people that need true rendering of color for whatever reason. Maybe your line of work requires that. You have that here. I mean, it is nuts, the amount of functions that you have in this. These would be my recommendation for anyone looking for little Christmas gifts or stuffing stuff like that. These two are great. Anyone receiving these will be hugely appreciative of that gift. Moving on, in terms of budget knives, I have a couple here. These are, though, quality knives. This is the Spyderco Resilience, or the Tenacious would be the smaller one. The Resilience is my favorite of the two. I've had 2 of these. One of these I ended up giving to a cop that definitely needed that knife more than I did. So I was happy to go, you know what, you liked it, you keep it. It's yours now. He was super thankful for that. But I liked it so much, I ended up buying another one later, a few years after that. Yeah, this is kind of new for me now, but I like the knife a lot. I still think it's an excellent knife, pretty big for its, and the budget, it's kind of budget friendly. It's not super affordable, but it's cheap enough, especially if you find it on sale on a good price. Another budget friendly, this is from Cold Steel, the Pro Light. This is great. I mean, it is, I think it's like 30 bucks. I've seen it as low as 20 something, but 30 is probably the ballpark. Check it, the links, because those things change all the time. But this is one of the affordable knives from Cold Steel. Look at it. It hasn't got any liners on the inside, but it's really fine. It does not need it. If you know about Cold Steel and you bought some of their earlier models, I mean, I've had some of the first Cold Steels they ever produced. They did not come with any liners. They were just like this one, just polymer metal. You really don't need more than that. This is overkill. When you have something like this, like your Spyderco Endura, fantastic, great. You have those liners there. Okay, you really do not need them. Your knife will be perfectly fine just built like this. You want to go with something like this, Endura 4, go nuts. Yes, it is a great knife. This will do pretty much anything the Endura does at a quarter of the budget, of the price, and more compact as well. So again, it fits really nice into that category. In terms of flashlight, I have the assigned Olight representative, so I get stuff from Olight free all the time, shipped for trying, testing, and reviewing. This one I bought myself. I was just checking out in Amazon. I saw this one. I was like, again, 15-20 bucks. I didn't even bother emailing my Olight guy. So I just bought it myself, paid out of my own pocket, and it is great. It's one of my favorite lights. It is very compact, uses a AAA battery. The sun is killing me right now. Little IKEA AAA battery rechargeable. These are made in Japan. If you're dropping by IKEA, or IKEA as you guys wrongly spell it, but if you drop by IKEA, they have these for cheap. They are out of stock, I think, at the moment, because they sold out, given everything going on in the world. This one is great. You have a clicky button, which is a lot more practical at times than the twisty system. The twisty system is very rugged, and it's nice, because it's very strong and compact. This, though, is more handy. You just click on it, and it's very well designed, because this is strong stuff. You're not going to be having this accidentally going on its own in your pocket, because it requires a decent amount of force, and it's still clicky. I mean, with just a little bit of pressure, you have light, and if you want to keep that, you click on it all the way, and there you go. And you have 2 functions. You have low and high. Keeping it simple. I like that as well here. This is 180 lumens on high. That's going to be lasting for 21 minutes, which is amazing. Low, it's going to be 5 lumens, 16 hours. You really cannot do a lot better than that in terms of a survival light, which may be needing to go low light for a very long time, extended power outage or emergency situation, or some other kind of emergency situation where you want a lot of light. So if it's like tactical kind of use, you could do that with this. 180 lumens, it's acceptable for a tactical light, or a search and rescue type of light. I need a lot of light with my little pocket AAA. Man, 180 lumens, and this reflector focuses very nicely. I don't have, I should do a video testing this outside, but it really focuses very well, and it has a good amount of throw. Nice throw for the size. Maybe one of the best throwers in AAA in this form factor. Okay, so yeah, I really like it. In terms of watches, I was being asked about watches, if what's the best survival watch if you need like a, well, my idea is that this is probably along those lines. This is the Pro Trek, trying to get the sun, blocking the sun somewhere here. So the Pro Trek, this is solar and made out of titanium. Man, it is a nice little watch. Well, not so little, but it's very lightweight because of the titanium bracelet. This has a bunch of functions, solar, going strong after several years. If you've been in the channel for a long time, I've been using this watch forever. And you have like an altimeter, barometer, you have the tide graphic there, barometric pressure, moon phase, everything you could possibly want in a watch. And it's not one of these crappy smart watches that loses battery. No, it's the complete opposite. You forget about it because it is solar. You never need to worry about batteries until the watch actually dies. I don't know how long that's going to be, but it is tough, solar, and packed with features. Some people say you want to go with a G-Shock. The G-Shock is great as well. This is a solar G-Shock. It has a metal bracelet, and it is one of these atomic multi-band things where it adjusts at nighttime the time, so it keeps atomic time. And it is a G-Shock, and it is made out of stainless steel, and it is a limited edition, which is now so damn expensive I'm not even using it anymore. But back in the day, this was my go-to watch. Now I'm currently using the Seiko Black Monster, which is pretty cool diver's watch, heavy, tough as nails. Some people will say this is the real survival watch because it requires no batteries and it's EMP proof. Sure, man. I mean, if that's your thing, I think this is a lot more functional. The nice thing about this is that it's tough and it doesn't require any batteries. The bad thing is that it's pretty damn heavy because it's a real diver's watch and it's all stainless steel. And that if you're not using it because it's automatic, it just loses charge. After a day, the watch stops working. But if you keep using it, it just keeps on working every day. The other thing is though, it loses a few seconds each day. Every single automatic watch, no matter if it's a Rolex or if it costs hundreds of thousands of dollars, and yes, there's watches that cost that and more, they are still going to be losing time compared to a digital watch because they are automatic and it's a mechanical process. The lume on this thing is nuts. But yeah, those would be the disadvantages. I think this is more of a practical survival watch. I think this is nice. It's cool to have it, and I enjoy using it every once in a while. So folks, that's gonna be pretty much it. Also, my knife. Some people were asking about my knife in the live stream that I did this weekend, and yes, this is my Aitor Fairfall. I designed this knife, made by Aitor in Spain. It is a beast of a knife. This is not any kind of steel. This is Austrian boiler N680, high quality, nice stuff. It was not easy to get this done because it took a little bit of convincing that there was a market for this. I thought would use their own Chromova steel, which is fine, which is good stuff, but this is more of the higher end type of steel. I can tell you, you will not find this type of knife full tang knife. I mean, you'll find lots of full tang knives. You will not find many full tang knives made out of this steel in this budget. Usually, you're gonna be paying quite a bit more. I think it's like $180, $190. You have the discount code and you buy it through Aitor's website. The website is kind of new still, but it is working already. So you'll have the knivesaitor.com link below. Try using the discount code. I think it's still working. But yes, this was my dream knife, and fortunately I had it made by Aitor. It has that recurve edge, it just cuts beautifully well, no nonsense choil bullshit going on, pure knife, pure cutting surface along the edge, and anything you catch in there is going to be cutting very nicely. It is fantastic steel. The steel is N680 boiler. It's one of those steels they use in the Spyderco line for diving knives or for saltwater knives. So this thing, it's like an H1 but with better edge retention. It's a fantastic steel, very close to the one we use in the first series of these N690, which is a steel that uses cobalt. This has hydrogen in it, though very similar steel in terms of performance. It is a beast of a blade. It is kind of heavy, but man, it is, yeah, for a survival knife, I don't think you can do a lot better than this. And it comes with a fantastic sheath, by the way, which again, proprietary of Aitor, and they use in a few of their knives. So you'll have the link there. And of course, my books. If you haven't got them already, Street Survival Skills, Modern Survival Manual, Surviving the Economic Collapse. Links for both there below, available on Amazon. Folks, have an awesome day. See you in our next video. Take care.